Namaskar. Recently, the 24 department-related parliamentary standing committees of parliament have been reconstituted. So, how these committees are reconstituted? What is its origin? The powers and functions, the salient features of these committees, and what are the ministries and departments assigned to these committees, and who are the chairmen appointed to these committees. All these things are discussed in this video. So first of all, let us see who are the chairmen, important personalities who have been appointed to these committees. Dr. Radha Mohandas Agrawal. He has been appointed as the chairman of the Home Committee. That is one of the most prominent committees of the Parliament. Then Shri Brishlal, he has been appointed as the chairman of the Committee on Personal Public Grievances, Law and Justice. Dr. Nishikant Dubey, IT Committee. Dr. Shashi Tharoor, External Affairs Committee. Dr. C.M. Ramesh, Committee on Railways. Sri Rajiv Pratap Rudi, he has been appointed as the chairman of the Committee on Water Resources. Sri Bhartrahari Mahatab, he has been appointed as the chairman of Committee on Finance. Then Sri Tiruchi Shiva, Committee on Industry. Like that, 24 parliamentary standing committees are there. There are 24 chairmen also. I have mentioned some few important names. Then let us see what is the origin of these committees. These committees originated in the year 1993. They were first constituted on 8th April 1993. In fact, these committees were inaugurated by the then Honorable Chairman and Vice President of India, Sri K.R. Narayanan, on 31st March 1993. Prior to this 1993, we had some brief experiences of subject committees. We can say that in 1989, Lok Sabha appointed 3 committees. One is the names of the committees are the Committee on Agriculture, the Committee on Science and Technology, and the Committee on Environment and Forests. These committees were, in fact, its success and acceptability among all stakeholders prompted the government and the parliament to constitute parliamentary standing committees for all the government ministries and departments. That is why the 17 standing committees were constituted in the year on 8th April 1993. Out of these 17 committees, 6 committees are under the control of Rajya Sabha and 11 committees were under the control of Lok Sabha. And at that time, the committees, they had a membership of 45 members in one committee. That means 30 from Lok Sabha and 15 from Rajya Sabha. These are joint committees. Joint committees means there will be members from both the houses of parliament. In fact, thereafter, on 20th July 2004, the number of standing committees were increased to 24 from 17. But the membership of the committee that has been reduced to 31 and from 45. That means out of this 31, from Lok Sabha 21 MPs and from Rajya Sabha 10 MPs. Out of these 24 committees, 8 committees are under the control of Rajya Sabha and 16 committees are under the control of Lok Sabha. In fact, the chairman of the committees under the control of Lok Sabha can only be a Lok Sabha member. Likewise, the 8 committees under the control of Rajya Sabha can be chaired by only a member of Rajya Sabha. Otherwise, there is no difference in the functioning of these committees. Let us see how these committees are reconstituted or constituted. every MP will be nominated to one of the committees. Every MP, because 24 committees are there into 31 membership is there. That means total around 744 seats are available for the MPs to be nominated in these committees. There is a condition. The condition says that no minister can be appointed or nominated to these committees. And the chairmanship of these committees are allocated in proportion to the party strengths in Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. As per rules, the Honorable Chairman Rajya Sabha, in consultation with the Honorable Speaker Lok Sabha, nominates the members and appoints the chairman of these committees. But in practice, the party leaders have also a say. The party leaders will send their names, and after discussion and consultations, finally the chairmanship and the membership of these committees are decided. Then the term of this standing committee is 1 year from the date of creation. I already told you that these are joint committees. Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha members are there, and no minister can be nominated to these committees. The term is only 1 year from the date of constitution. Then the quorum of the committee is 10. That means for a meeting of the committee, there must be 10 members must be present, irrespective of the existence of vacancies. And the functions of the committee mainly, the main function of the committee would be in-depth examination of the demands for grants. That in common parlance we can say that the budget. These committees examines the budget of the government of India or particular that ministry assigned to this particular committee. And then again in-depth examination of the functioning of the government. Then the bills referred to these committees. Then long-term national policies. These are the four aspects or functioning of these standing committees. And to deal with these standing committees, there are separate, both the separate secretariats have separate rules of procedure and conduct of business to deal with the standing committees. And in fact, in Rajya Sabha rules, there are rule 268 to 277. And again, the rules applicable to the select committee on bills are also applicable to these committees. In Lok Sabha, these in their corpus of rules, the rule 331C to rule 331N, that is these rules deals with the standing committees. And in addition to that, there are general rules applicable to parliamentary committees also. That means general rules from 253 to 286. In fact, though the separate rules are available for both the secretaries, the rules are more or less the same. And how these 24 committees are given the work allocation or the ministry, how these ministries are allocated to these committees. In Government of India, you know that there are 53 ministries in Government of India, central government. All these ministries, except Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, all the other 52 ministries are allocated among these 24 department-related parliamentary standing committees. Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs is not allocated to any standing committee. And so naturally we can say that more than one ministry we will be allocated to these committees. In case of some of the committees, there are even up to 5 ministries. And there are 2 departments. In fact, the Department of Atomic Energy and Department of Space, these 2 departments are not coming under any ministry. They are directly under the control of the Prime Minister of India. These departments are also assigned to, allocated to the Committee on Science and Technology along with 3 other ministries. In fact, in Government of India, we can say that there are 50 departments and 53 ministries. The departments, 2 departments, the Atomic Energy and Space, are separate, and the remaining 48 departments are part of one of the ministries. These are also in a way part of all the standing committees. And there is a Prohibition for these committees, they should not deal with the work or subject or ministry allocated to another ministry, another committee. So they can deal with only the ministries assigned to them. But there are some around 8 committees, they are exclusively dealing with only one ministry each. For instance, Committee on External Affairs deal with external affairs only, then defense, railways, water resources. Then we can say that petroleum and natural gas, housing and urban affairs, then food, consumer affairs and public distribution, chemicals and fertilizers. These 8 committees are dealing with exclusively one ministry each. At the same time, some committees are dealing with more than 5 ministries also. For instance, Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture, they are dealing with Ministry of Civil Aviation, Road Transport and Highways, Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Culture and Tourism. And the ministries allocated to various committees may also undergo change according to the changes at the government level. For instance, Ministry of Textiles was part of Committee on Commerce. That now it is part of another committee. Likewise, the Ministry of Culture was part of the Committee on HRD. Now it is part of the Committee on Transport, Tourism and Culture. Likewise, there are so many changes happening according to the government changes. And the new ministries, whenever they are created, may be allocated to one of these committees. For instance, Ministry of Cooperation was created in the year 2021. This is assigned to the Committee on Agriculture. I told you the main functions of the committee. The first function is regarding the examination of budget. The budget, once the finance minister presents the budget during the budget session, the budget session starts by the end of January, and that will be concluded by the first half of April. That is the budget session period. During this period, on 1st of February, the finance minister presents the budget, and there will be a brief discussion. And during the first part of the budget session, immediately thereafter, the parliament will go on a recess. Recess means that is a time given to the standing committees to examine the budget and submit their report to the parliament. While examining the budget, these committees may call the government secretary and various stakeholders and the experts to discuss various budget proposals, and they used to submit their report to the parliament at the beginning of the second part of the budget session. That means once the parliament reassembles after the recess. And the detailed discussions on the budget and its passing that takes place during the second half of the budget session. While discussing the budget, the concerned report of that particular ministry submitted by the committees are also taken into account. And then comes the another main function of the committee is examination of bills referred to which by the Honorable Speaker or the Honorable Chairman in consultation with each other. Then in fact, the budget session, they used to deal with the budget. Thereafter, throughout the year, these committees used to function. They may consider the bills referred to it, or they may consider the functioning of the ministries, or they may consider the long-term policies. For all these purposes, they used to interact with the government officials, secretaries, and various stakeholders. If required, they will go to local visits and study visits also to collect information or to get on the field experience. Based on all these interactions, these committees used to formulate their recommendations and submit their report to both the House. In fact, the reports of the committees are adopted on a we can say broader consensus among members of the committee. Suppose a particular member disagrees with the recommendations of the committee, he can submit a dissent note, and that dissent note will be part of the committee report. In fact, the committee recommendations are not binding on the government. They have only persuasive value. The government examines the recommendations and submit an action taken report to the committee within 3 months. And simultaneously, the minister concerned is also used to make a statement before the houses regarding the status of implementation of these recommendations of the committee. In fact, these committees are functioning throughout the year. Always they are examining the functioning of the government. In fact, this is a way of making the executive accountable to the parliaments in their functioning. But there is one caveat: these committees cannot go into day-to-day administration of the governments. And one particular thing is that in case of bills, if the reports are submitted by the committee, the government is not supposed to give any action taken report. That's all about the departmental parliamentary standing committees. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.